That's all for this edition of Dateline. And check out our Talking Dateline podcast. Josh Mankiewicz and Keith Morrison will go behind the scenes of tonight's episode, available Wednesday in the Dateline feed wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you again next Friday at 10, 9 Central. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
Hi, from Rhinelander, this is News Watch 12 at 10. The Northwoods' best news with Dan Hagan, meteorologist Chase Ropanak, and Saul Meyer with sports. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening, I'm Dan Hagan. After months of searching and wondering what happened, there is closure for the Two Rivers, Wisconsin community. Police have confirmed that it was the remains of missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu that were found on a private property nearly a week ago. At a press conference today, Two Rivers police said they identified the missing child. Vu has been missing since February 20th when he disappeared from his home. Police say this case is now a death investigation. September marks awareness of mental health and suicide prevention, and one local health department is hoping to help anyone in need of services. Rachel Cornelius is the community health educator at Vilas County. She said they are distributing coasters that have mental health information to bars and restaurants.
The response time in Wisconsin, we're very proud of it, is one of the fastest, and so they put you in contact with trained professionals that you can talk through your problems, and majority of the phone calls that they get, like I mentioned, are emotional support and are handled within that phone call.
Cornelia said it can be a tough topic, but she wants to encourage those tough conversations and for people to get the help they need. Pretty nice day out there, Chase. I know a lot of people are depending on a nice weekend.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to, work for us for the most part for tomorrow. Maybe a few showers during the evening around 5 o'clock, but otherwise we'll probably stay dry throughout tomorrow, so it should be a good day for that fall ride event. But take a look at the temperatures now. We're cooling off in the Northwoods. We can see we are in the upper 50s here in Rhinelander. A little bit different story in Eagle River, still around 64 degrees, but for the most part we are cooling off here in the Northwoods. Still got some warm temperatures down south, especially in Rome. Temperatures right now at 67 degrees, and we can see 72 over to the west in Eau Claire. That's where a lot of moisture is right now. We can see we do have temperatures for dew points in the low to mid 50s here, so very comfortable here in Rhinelander, but we can see lots of darker green over here, especially where Eau Claire is, and that's where a lot of that moisture is, and it's going to be helping a lot of that rain for tomorrow. So that's where a lot of that rain's going to be at, but we can still see some showers making their way into our region, especially here in Rhinelander, Marathon County, Wood, Portage, and Adams as well. For highs tomorrow, we'll see temperatures in the upper 70s, showing 79 here in Rhinelander with lots of clouds and a few showers, maybe even some thunderstorms as well. Looking at Adams County, or down in the southern viewing area, we see Adams County a little bit warmer. Temperatures maybe into those low to mid 80s for tomorrow. Taking a look ahead into tonight, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies, keeping those warms above average. We'll see 56 degrees for tonight. Dan?
Thanks, Chase. Governor Tim Walz was in central Wisconsin to meet with campaign volunteers. He's also the Democratic vice presidential nominee. He landed at Central Wisconsin Airport in Mosinee and then went to a bakery in Wausau run by Ukrainian refugees. Walz then rallied supporters during his stop at Whitewater Music Hall in Wausau's downtown, urging them to have difficult conversations with family and friends to boost the Harris-Walz campaign and work hard through Election Day.
Thank you for coming here, and thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to earn your vote and go out and get people. But I think more importantly, thank you for believing in this country and this democracy. That's why you came. That's why you came.
Walz will hold a rally tomorrow at UW Superior. The Lac du Flambeau Ojibwe banished State Senator Mary Felskowski from tribal lands today after she made comments equating the tribe's actions to terrorism. Those comments came from a meeting in August. The LDF Indians have been in ongoing dispute with the town over road access, which culminated in 4 roads being blocked off for around 3 months last year. This prevented some non-tribal residents from driving in and out of their neighborhoods. The barricades came down when the town of Lac du Flambeau started making monthly payments, but the town ran out of money this summer and called a meeting. That's the one where Senator Felskowski attended and made those comments. She was trying to make a point about how the federal government has to help because southern Wisconsin legislators won't be willing.
They don't like what the tribe is doing, holding people hostage. They don't like it at all, and they think it's wrong. And it's kind of like giving in to terrorism.
The Tribal Council condemned Senator Felskowski's remarks as a disregard for the tribe's sovereign rights. And in a statement to Newswatch 12, Senator Felskowski said, "I regret that I contributed to the narrative of division in this muddy conflict, but I do not regret speaking up for my constituents, who the council continues to dismiss." Today, Governor Tony Evers made a stop at the Tomahawk School District during his annual back-to-school tour in early September. Governor Evers kicked off his tour to welcome back students and staff. So far, he's visited schools in Milwaukee, Eau Claire, and Superior. Evers visited several classes in the science and tech ed departments and spoke with students and staff. He says the tours give him valuable feedback on how to better support Wisconsin schools.
Today it also helps me make decisions on issues around what the next budget's going to look like.
Evers also expressed some annoyance with the number of referendums needed to keep schools going in Wisconsin. He hopes to work with the state legislature to keep schools like the Tomahawk District in mind when developing future plans. Hiked the entire Appalachian Trail. Coming up, we'll hear how they pushed each other to keep going. That's after weather with Chase, right here on Newswatch 12.
This ad is a complete lie. The truth is, Tammy Baldwin's never shared inside information with her partner. And Tammy Baldwin's leading the fight to ban senators from purchasing any individual stocks. It's Eric Hovde, who owns a $3 billion California bank. And Hovde's bank takes millions from unknown foreign interests, meaning we'd have no idea who Eric Hovde would really be working for. Eric Hovde, what's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Project North, September 20th through the 21st in downtown Rhinelander. Music, art, and sustainability.
At Big Valley Ford, we know that car buying is more than just a transaction. It's an experience, and we're here to make it a great one. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through finding the right vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help you with all of your service needs. Stop into Big Valley in Ewan, Michigan, and experience a Big Valley difference.
The liberal elite in Washington are running one of their own here in Wisconsin. A political insider who worked to elect liberals in California even supported a dark money group focused on defunding the police. Her name, Rebecca Cook, political operative bankrolled by the liberal elite. They handpicked her to help win back the House, trusted to elect liberal heroes like Mandela Barnes. They trust her because Rebecca Cook is one of them.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Huge live auction September 15th. John Deere backhoe, snowmobile, tractor, zero-turn mower, home content, sporting goods, tools, and more. Colonel Renee Brass and St. Louis Auctions.
Take it away, boys.
Welcome back, everybody. Looks like things are winding up for the fall ride event tonight. Still got lots of people and lots of bikes out there. Looks like it was a great day with some great weather for the event tonight. Hopefully it will cooperate tomorrow. Maybe a few showers in the evening. Other than that, we should stay mostly dry. Looks like temperatures right now in the upper 50s here in Ryland, 58 degrees. We can still see a little bit warmer in Eagle River, though, 64. And we see lots of warm temperatures off to the west. We can see 72 in Eau Claire and 67 down in Rome. If I said, 72 still, sorry. And then for tomorrow, though, for overnight tonight, we'll have those mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures right around the mid-50s for us. We can see 57 here, rather maybe around 55, 56 degrees. Same throughout most of the state. We can see our cool area over here off to the east, where we see Lakewood around 54. Could drop into those low 50s for tonight, but expect upper 50s and low 60s down south for us. And continue on into tomorrow. Looks like the warmer temperatures are going to stay to the east and cooler temperatures off to the west, because that is where we'll see some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms for tomorrow. Temperatures right around the upper 70s here in Rylander and in many areas across the Northwoods as well. Down south could potentially get into those 80s, but if they have enough cloud cover, could stick around the upper 70s for tomorrow. Take a look at that temperature trend. Looks like we're going to stick around 80 throughout this whole week. It looks like we'll be hitting 83 on Monday to begin off our work week, so definitely we'll have a nice and toasty day then. It'll start to dwindle down a little bit, but still right around 80 degrees all the way to the end of the week, into those upper 70s by Friday. That's when we do have another chance for some showers to kind of help cool us off going into the rest of the week. For humidity out there, looks like this weekend it is going to be a little bit sticky out there, especially on Sunday. That's when dew points are going to get close to the mid-60s, right around the 60s. So that's when it'll feel a little bit muggy and sticky out there. But by Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday, dew points back down near 50 degrees, maybe even below, so much more comfortable by then. Hopefully should have some clear skies and calm winds at night as well to help us out there. For tomorrow, though, lots of clouds throughout the whole state, and then right around 5 o'clock is when that chance for showers makes its way into our viewing area. We see Marathon, Wood, Portage, and Adams County has a chance for some showers for tomorrow, maybe even into Oneida County as well. That's where you can see even some more showers popping up there. And then continuing on, that'll kind of linger throughout the night, even some more showers popping up in the middle of the night for Sunday morning, right around 4 a.m. Could even hear some rumbles of thunder with this as well. Now continuing to the morning hours, and then Sunday afternoon as well. A chance just for some isolated pop-up storms, maybe just a few sprinkles here and there, so nothing much to really worry about going into your day. Sunday should be mostly dry. For tonight, though, partly cloudy skies, a low right around 56 degrees, and a nice breeze from the east-southeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a few T-storms, maybe off to the west. Other than that, we should get some showers right around the evening hours, and then we could see a high of 79 for tomorrow with a breeze from the southeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. After we deal with a few showers this weekend, temperatures back up into those low to mid-80s throughout the rest of the week with lots of sun, and then by Friday, a few showers, dropping highs down to 78 degrees. Dan?
Thanks, Chase. One person is dead after a motorcycle accident earlier today near Tomahawk. Investigators believe that the motorcyclist lost control on the shoulder of a road while attempting to go around a curve. The 71-year-old man was pronounced dead as a result. Hiking the Appalachian Trail is no easy feat. It's the world's longest hiking-only trail. Newswatch 12's Austin Creasy met with a family from St. Germain who recently completed the trail. He has more.
It's a good thing that we could spend time as a family together and do this.
The Appalachian Trail is roughly 2,200 miles that runs through 14 states from Springer Mountain in Georgia and Mount Katahdin in Maine. The trail was first proposed in 1921 and completed in 1937. The small family began their journey through the trail on March 15th and finished on September 4th.
When we first started, you kind of have to build your trail legs. So we would do about 10 to 12 miles a day in the first week or two, and then we worked up.
Ann and Scott say roughly 3,000 people attempt to complete the entire Appalachian Trail each year, but only 20% will reach the finish. The Smalls would travel with roughly 5 days of food and stay in a 3-person travel tent.
If you're going to cook, a stove and cook set, and just your gear as far as clothing and your footwear is pretty important. Finding something that works for you. And
while there are plenty of memorable experiences for the family, the finish line was one of the most.
I would say Katahdin because not only is it the finish of the hike, but it was really beautiful from the top. There was like lots of views from the top of it. Mm-hmm. We were like kind of half over the clouds, so clouds were like rolling right over us.
Murray also says that doing the trail with family or friends is one of the best ways to motivate yourself to continue to keep going.
You don't only need the physical strength, you need the mental strength.
Right.
Because if you think of quitting on the trail, you're going to quit. But if you think of quitting with somebody else, they'll probably say, what? No.
Right.
I'm from college.
Reporting for Newswatch 12, Austin Carisu.
There were a lot of great high school football matchups tonight. Coming up on Newswatch 12, it's Friday Night Blitz.
You work hard to put a roof over your head, and Overhead Solutions works hard to be your first choice as your trusted roofing partner. We want to earn your business. Call us today for a free estimate.
Get an 11% rebate on your next painting project at Menards. Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in 1 provides a durable, washable finish. Grab a gallon of Ultra Interior Paint starting at $16.88 after rebate. Give your walls the best finish with Pittsburgh's Paramount Interior Paint. It provides the most advanced protection, true one-coat coverage, and excellent scrubbability. A gallon starts at $39.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, guys, we're all here because U.S. Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
Bidenomics is working.
It's not. ABC News proved it with charts.
It was under control
on
during
inflation,
the Trump administration. Well below
gas,
$3 a gallon, 35%
and housing.
jump in home prices, folks.
Even CNN admits it.
When it comes to the economy, groceries were less expensive. Housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Yet Harris still says,
Bidenomics is working.
no, it isn't.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
Coming up on Newswatch 12 today, we'll have another edition of Race Watch 12 with Newswatch 12's Kate Heidemann.
Always sounds like fun, and maybe some small chances for storms early next week. Morning tune in on your Monday from 5 to 7 a.m.
Newswatch 12 Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. Two friends were in a boat fishing and had great luck. One said to the other, we should mark this spot. So the other one leaned over and put a mark on the side of the boat. His buddy said, you fool, that won't work. Why, said the other. Because, his buddy says, we may not get the same boat tomorrow. Today's first entry is also the first for Lexi Trzynski, her first muskie ever caught. She was fishing on a local lake with her dad and got this big old muskie that was over 30 inches, and yes, she did release it. For our second entry, we have a 2-pack of juicy largemouth bass, one caught by Benny and one caught by Will. Those are some juicy looking big old fish, guys. This final entry is a big old fish indeed. Jack McBride caught this 135-pound, 65-inch halibut. That looks like a tasty big old fish there. Great catch. All right, anglers, for your chance to win a fish mount from Norland Taxidermy Studio in Rhinelander, enter the Big Old Fish Contest at WJFW.com or send us your photo and description of your catch. Brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. Happy casting.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Democrats say everything's great, but when you're on a fixed income struggling to pay for gas, groceries, or medicine, it doesn't feel great.
Biden-Harris created this mess.
And Tammy Baldwin's been right there with them.
25 years in Washington. What's she done?
Raised taxes.
Added trillions in new debt.
And gave stimulus checks to illegals.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
I'd like a stimulus check.
I'd like you to take out the trash.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor. And the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Visit WisconsinChevyDealers.com.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Sweetwater Spirits and Resort is open throughout the year. Dine in with a great view of Duck Lake. Carryout is also available. Enjoy roasted chicken, shrimp, burgers, pizza, Friday night fish fry, and Saturday night prime rib. Great happy hour deals Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and live music on the weekends. Sweetwater Spirits and Resort is family friendly and opens at 11 a.m. daily. Find us on Facebook to view nightly specials.
Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Merrill Steel, Rock Oil Refining, and Sweetwater Spirits and Resort. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer, and that is my partner, Drew Chelly. Drew, conference plays heating up.
That is right, Saul. Two undefeated Great Northern Conference teams squared off tonight in Mosinee.
It's Lakeland Union and Mosinee going head-to-head, where one team will leave still undefeated in conference play.
T-Birds unbeaten overall in the season at 3-0. Mosinee's lone loss came in our Week 1 game of the week. That one was at Stratford. Stratford, two-time defending state champs, have looked pretty much unbeatable so far.
Yeah, that is right, Drew. Mosinee has been on a tear the past few years, too, though. The conference win streak is now 22 games. That's why this was an easy choice for our Friday Night Blitz game of the week. Newswatch 12's Will Harrelson was in Mosinee for that game to see if the streak ends at 22 or if they'll be moved up to 23. Will?
Two undefeated teams in Great Northern Conference play battled it out here tonight as Lakeland Union took the trip down south to take on Mosinee. Last year it was Mosinee coming away with the dominant victory, but it's a new season and the T-Birds are looking for some revenge. Right away we saw why both of these teams are known for having elite defensive units as both sides would come up with big plays. Lakeland would hold a 1-point lead going into the second quarter, but an interception by Merrick Trotter would give Mosinee the ball, and they knew what to do with it as they would go down the field and score to take the lead. Mosinee head coach Kyle Stoff will talk about the early impact of his defensive unit.
I'm very pleased with the defense. I'm not happy with how many turnovers we had on offense, but the defense got the ball back for us enough, and obviously it ended up okay for us.
The offense would also wake up in the second as Mosinee would score 2 more touchdowns to take a 26-7 lead into half. Coach Stoffel talked about the offensive adjustments.
The turnovers hurt us, but we got some big plays from some guys to keep drives going, a couple of good catches, got some touchdowns, got a lead, and held on.
In the second half, it was more the same for Mosinee. Lead on that stout defense and chew the clock until it hits triple zeros. And that's exactly what they did as Mosinee would go on to win the game 26-7. Coach Stoffel spoke about how it feels to be 2-0 in GNC play.
At this point, we're happy with wins. We're pretty banged up right now. We've lost a lot of guys already this season. So for the guys that we have to go out there and fight and get a win in the GNC against a team that hadn't lost yet, I'm pretty happy with that.
With the win, Mosinee improves to 2-0 in conference play and are starting to look like that 3-time defending GNC champs we know they are. That's going to do it for now. Reporting here in Mosinee, I'm Will Harrelson, Newswatch 12.
Thanks for that, Will. Let's stay in the Great Northern Conference with another undefeated GNC team that could stay that way if they win Wausau East. Only thing standing in their way, though, a mostly healthy Rhinelander football team with a chip on their shoulder looking to defend their home field. This one should be a good one. And let's see if East can handle the beast that is Rhinelander and their student section. First quarter, Lumberjacks try out the option. Davis Winter flips it to Lane Stahel, and he isn't touched, and he speeds into the end zone for 6. East driving again, 4th down. Winter looking for an open receiver. Caden Seeker, though, he gets the sack, almost ripping his jersey off, and that is a turnover on downs. To the second quarter, Hodags still down 7. Some RPO for the Hodags. Come on now. Sam Shoppy with a huge hole up the middle. Touchdown, Hodags. They wouldn't stop there. Rhinelander goes on to win this one 28-7.
Northland Pines was on their home field tonight as they looked to get a win over Crivets. We're going to start this one in the first quarter. 3rd down and long for Pines. They throw the screen to Jacob Beer. He's going to make a man miss, and he is going to pick up an Eagles first down. That drive would eventually stall out, and this is why. Brody McNeil off the edge. That is a big-time sack on 3rd down, and that would force a punt in the second quarter. He did it on defense, now on offense. McNeil up the middle. He's going to cruise into the end zone for a touchdown. Crivets, they would take it 35-0 over Northland Pines.
Here's some other 11-man football scores from around our area. First off, Medford hosted Merrill, and the Raiders are still undefeated in the conference after they took down Merrill 40-0. Next, Stratford, we talked about it. They look unbeatable. Not stopping here. Tigers took down Whitburn 33-6. Spash traveled to Wisconsin Rapids, and the Panthers get the win on the road 35-12. And finally, Edgar took on Ross Schultz on the road, and the Wildcats get a big road win 53-0.
Let's take a look at some of the 8-man scores that took place tonight. Pisaki used a late score to take down Leona Wabino 32-28. Port Edwards was on the road. They defeated Almond Bancroft 40-30 to hand AB their first loss of the season. Newman Catholic was on the road against Niagara, and they won 30-12 as the Cardinals moved to 2-1 on the year. And rounding out the slate was Gilman, who defeated Cornell by a final score of 75-0.
Oh, what a bunch of fun games we saw tonight, Drew, but we're not done yet. Stay tuned. The Blitz is back after the break.
In a country where dreams are woven into the fabric of the nation, Rock Oil is driven by the spirit of the American dream. Environmentally, we take pride in our oil processing technology and related waste recycling. Fueled by passion, innovation, and patriotism, we're proud to be an American company.
Gas, groceries, school supplies, everything costs more. Eggs are almost twice as much as they were 4 years ago. Biden, Harris, and the Democrats keep telling us things are better. They aren't better. And Tammy Baldwin is making it worse, raising taxes, running up debt, voting for spending that's driving inflation. 25 years in Washington, and she's done nothing. It's time for a change.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Birchfield Nurseries of Rhinelander has been servicing northern Wisconsin since 1950. Birchfield Nurseries grows all of their own plants, and you will always find healthy, hardy, and well-maintained plants. Let their experienced staff answer any of your landscaping questions. They also handle shredded bark mulch, compost, and topsoil. For all your lawn care needs, they carry sod, premium gas seed, and lawn fertilizer. Consider one of the professional landscape crews to do the work for you. If you want experience with quality, call Birchfield Nurseries.
I want to turn to the issue of abortion.
For 52 years, they've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it.
I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted? Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. They don't want that. I think the American people believe that certain freedoms, in particular the freedom to make decisions about one's own body, should not be made by the government. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Serving our community and our environment, Rock Oil Refining in Stratford specializes in turning used motor oil and antifreeze back into pure raw materials and custom finished products. Premium quality, affordable prices, environmentally responsible. Rock Oil Refining.
Builder Service. We are your hometown hardware store. Plumbing, electrical, paint, automotive, keys, tools, lawn and garden. We're more than just a lumberyard. Highway 45 in Elko. Friday Night Blitz on Newswatch 12. Your blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer, and that is my partner, Drew Shelley. Drew, we already saw a bunch of great games tonight.
That is right, Saul, and we're not done yet. Now, fall sports usually means football, soccer, but we got a hockey game going on tonight.
The Wisconsin Wendigo are back. It's the season opener for the Wendigo, where they took on their in-state rival, Chippewa Steel.
That's right, Saul, an in-state rivalry to kick off the season for the Wendigo when they hosted the Steel in the first game of a two-game set in Eagle River at the Dome. So let's see who would get started with a win in Eagle River. We are going to pick this game up in the second period, 2-0 Wendigo. But the Steel are going to get on the board as Jack Lesperance is going to find the back of the net from the slot, and that would make it a 2-1 game. A couple minutes later on the rush, Logan Nicholas going to put the shot on net, but his shot is denied. Game stays 2-1. But a minute after that, Zachary Klein in front of the net puts it away for the goal. Wendigo go up 3-1. They would be victorious in the opener. They came away with a 5-3 win over the Steel.
Now to Tom Field, where the Evergreens of DC Evers paid a visit to Wausau West. First quarter, Warriors have the ball. Miles Waldvogel running the Wildcat, and it works to perfection. He breaks a tackle, dives into the end zone for a touchdown, and West has the lead. Second quarter, Warriors looking to build on that lead. Jackson Riley takes the screen pass, spins his way out of a tackle, and dives into the end zone for a Wausau West touchdown, and West is up 14-0, but the Evergreens came back. Still in the second, Logan George drops a bomb to Xavier Edwards. An absolute dime of a connection for the Evergreens on the 76-yard touchdown. DC Everest is go on to win this thing 24-14. And let's head back to the GNC. It's Tomahawk hosting Anago. In the second quarter, it was the Rex Riley show. He takes it on a little I formation dive play, and that ties the game up at 7 on the Hatchet touchdown. He wasn't done there, though. Later in the quarter, he'll drag in 2 defenders across the goal line for his second rushing TD of the quarter, and the Hatchets are up 7, but the Red Robins showed resilience. Still in the second, Coleman Tomei avoids a sack, barely gets the ball up, and a one-handed catch from Ethan Bookman makes the highlight reel. Anago's going to go on to win this thing in overtime, 27-21.
And a look at the GNC standings after tonight. Medford-Mosinee 2-0 at the top, followed by Lakeland and Rhinelander, both 1-1. And then rounding out the GNC, Wausau East and Anago, also 1-1. And Tomahawk and Merrill each looking for their first conference win. They are 0-2 on the season.
Well, what a great bunch of games we saw tonight, Drew. That's all the time we got for the Friday Night Blitz. For Drew Shelley, I'm Saul Meyer. Thank y'all. Have a great
This is my grandma, Kim. She has a lot to say about Eric Hovde.
Mr. Fancy, California banker, said he'd absolutely cut Social Security and raise the retirement age.
Hovde suggested that most seniors shouldn't vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
In Wisconsin, we have a word for guys like him.
DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
A hard day's work makes for a good night's rest. A good night's rest calls for a good cup of coffee. Some good coffee prepares it for the workday ahead. That workday promises dirt, stains, and a good sweat. A good sweat shows you had a hard day's work. And when that day is done, you do it all again tomorrow. And you live for tomorrow. Because tomorrow you can do it better and build it bigger.
Taxes can play a significant role in retirement. After all, they determine how much of your hard-earned savings you get to keep and how much you send to the IRS. But if you're like many savers, you probably don't know the total taxes that you could end up paying. At Bushka Retirement Solutions, we believe information is critical to making informed decisions. So I want to share with you a resource that can help quickly evaluate your potential taxes in retirement. Visit BushkaRetirementTaxBill.com to generate your personalized report. And once you've seen your retirement tax bill, let's talk, because there may be ways to improve those numbers.
They say post it or it didn't happen. But out here, in the places we were made for, you'll have to take our word for it. Find somewhere the internet's never been. With the family of Broncos designed to get you there.
Lease a new Ford Bronco for $399 a month for 36 months, only at